Teacher talking sports, what it does, what it do, how we living. Every Thursday for about the past almost 2 months, I've been doing a new series called "Is He a Hall of Famer?" where I take a look at a player whose career either recently ended or is winding down and dive into whether or not I believe they should make their sports Hall of Fame. This will be the eighth one. The first five were all current or former NBA players. This will be the third football player. My first two were LaShawn McCoy and Matty Ice Matt Ryan. So today we are doing defensive end Calais Campbell. Campbell played collegiately at the University of Miami and was drafted in the 2008 NFL Draft. Second round, 50th overall to the Arizona Cardinals. Campbell played for the Cardinals from 2008 to 2016 before he joined the Jacksonville Jaguars, where he played from 2017 to 2019. The past 3 seasons, he has played for the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens released him maybe a week ago. So it's unclear whether his career will continue. He's currently 36 years old, will turn 37 on September 1st. I know he recently visited with the Atlanta Falcons, although no deal is in place. So Calais Campbell thus far, if his career continues, we'll see. He's played 15 seasons in the NFL. If we take a look at his career numbers, again, 9 seasons with the 9 seasons with the Cardinals, 3 seasons with the Jaguars, 3 seasons with the Ravens. Altogether, he has sacked the quarterback 99 times in his career. Has 3 career interceptions, 416 fumbles, recovered 12, 3 of them for scores, and also has 57 passes defended in his career, so has done a great job knocking down passes at the line of scrimmage. We see from 2014 to 2020, that 7-season span, he was named to 6 Pro Bowls, so was pretty much a perennial Pro Bowler at that time. His best season came in 2017. That season, his first with the Jaguars, he was named to his only first-team All-Pro and finished as the runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year behind Aaron Donald. 14.5 sacks is his career high. He's had one other season with double-digit sack total. That came the following season when he had 10.5, but for a long period of time, got to the quarterback aplenty. Seasons of 7, 6, 8, 6.5, 9, 7, 5, 8, 6.5, 4, 1.5, and then 5.5 sacks last season. You might think 99 sacks is a little low for a defensive end. Well, keep in mind, pretty much during his Arizona tenure, he played in a 3-4 defense. And he played on the outside a lot during running plays and was moved more to the inside on passing plays. Kind of like a Howie Long, and Howie Long is in the Hall of Fame. I believe he also has less than 100 career sacks. But yes, if he plays next season, he'll have a great chance to reach triple digit in career sacks. So 6 Pro Bowls, 1 first-team All-Pro, twice was a second-team All-Pro in his career. So the only 1 first-team All-Pro may not be a good sign for him. Also not a good sign. We take a look at his postseason career. So he did make a Super Bowl with the Arizona Cardinals. That actually came, I believe, yes, in his rookie season. But they did not win, and he was not a starter at the time. But he's played in 15 career playoff games and does not have a sack of the quarterback. That actually surprised me quite a bit. So hasn't been productive in his postseason career. Where else he's been productive, which you don't see in the stat sheet and on his stats on Pro Football Reference, he has blocked 9 field goals in his career, blocked 9 kicks. I believe that's the most among active players. He's not retired yet. So he's always had a penchant for being able to block kicks. Also, as I mentioned, great at knocking balls down. He's just been a load to stop for offensive linemen for many years, listed at around 300 pounds. So Pro Football Reference has something they call the Hall of Fame monitor. So it mentions that it's a metric designed to estimate a player's chances of making the Pro Football Hall of Fame using approximate value, Pro Bowls, All Pros, championships, and various stat milestones. So if we take a look, so the average defensive end, 104. That's much higher because of guys like Reggie White and Bruce Smith. Look at them, 239.73 and 213.75. We see Calais Campbell at 79.20. Almost everyone above him is in the Hall of Fame. J.J. Watt will be in the Hall of Fame. Julius Peppers will be in the Hall of Fame. So Dwight Freeney, I believe he's only been eligible for 1 year, did not get in. And L.C. Greenwood, maybe overlooked a little bit because he played on such an amazing defense with the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're the only two guys above him. There are some guys below Campbell on this Hall of Fame monitor that are in the Hall of Fame. They include Leroy Selman, Richard Dent, Charles Haley, Claude Humphrey, Elvin Bethea, Fred Dean. So, according to Pro Football Reference, there's a fairly decent chance he might be able to get in. No guarantee, though. So, again, recently cut, Ravens cut Calais Campbell and make room for Lamar Jackson's tag. They haven't been active in free agency because of that tag. So, Ravens general manager Eric DeCosta, his statement after released, Calais defines what it is to be a Raven. Ravens general manager Eric DeCosta said in a statement, he personifies professionalism, and his contributions to our organization, both on and off the field, are immense. With his passion, leadership, and toughness, Calais has undoubtedly produced a Hall of Fame worthy career. So as you see in Eric DeCosta's eyes, Campbell is a no doubt Hall of Famer. Campbell only played his last 3 seasons with the Ravens. Mentions that 36, he is the NFL's oldest active defensive lineman, and he announced at the Super Bowl he planned to return for his 16th season, but this was prior to the Ravens releasing him. Again, we'll see if Atlanta or someone else brings him in. Fortunately, I wasn't able to find a lot of articles like on the previous players I've done where Hall of Fame whether a player should be in the Hall of Fame was really argued. So I'll go with this Big Cat Country. I don't know what happened here. Let me refresh it via SB Nation. And doesn't seem to be one of working. But goes on to mention, I don't know why the page is like this, so I apologize. All right, here we go. So if the Jaguars re-sign Calais Campbell, so this was in 2020. This was written in 2020 prior to his last 3 seasons with the Ravens. So I mentioned if Jaguars re-sign Calais Campbell and he has maybe 2 more good years, would he wear the gold jacket with the Arizona Cardinals or Jacksonville Jaguars? This writer mentions if Campbell becomes a Hall of Famer, he'd likely go in with the team he played most for, so the Cardinals, but I don't think he's getting in. His career reminds me of John Abraham. Abraham was good for the team that drafted him, but really took off when he signed with his second team, kind of like Campbell was very good with the Cardinals, but became a superstar with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Abraham played 14 seasons at a very high level. Campbell slated to start his 13th season in September. As I mentioned, he played 15 seasons now. Both had a handful of Pro Bowl selections, both a few All-Pro selections. Both are beloved by their respective fan bases, but neither is a Hall of Famer. I think Campbell will be nominated from time to time like Abraham, but not get in. So, at least according to this writer, he doesn't believe Calais Campbell's a Hall of Famer. I'm going to guess that still is his opinion because while John Abraham did make 1 Pro Bowl appearance with the Ravens, wasn't quite the force he was towards the latter part of his tenure with the Cardinals as well as with the Jaguars. Approximate value, he was given double-digit approximate value for 6 straight seasons from 2014 to 2019. Kind of bodes well. So approximate value is just a way Pro Football Reference, a metric they use to show how good a player was for that season. So basically, if you're a 10, you had a really good season, and you had a 16 twice. So is Calais Campbell a future Hall of Famer? My verdict, I'm going to actually say yes. Again, my Hall of Fame would probably be a little stricter. So if I had my own Hall of Fame, I'm not sure he'd get in. But I think Calais Campbell did enough where he won't make it on the first ballot. I don't think he'll make it on the first ballot, but I do think he eventually gets in. Again, was one of the best defensive linemen for a good, like, let's say 6-year stretch. He was seen amongst the game's best at the position. Again, not first ballot. Probably will have to wait a little bit. But I do think Calais Campbell gets in. I think it would also help if he were to play one more season just to get that triple-digit sack total that may help his case a little more. Although, what's the difference between 99 and 100 career sacks? Sometimes just that round number, makes it more attractive for voters to put him in. But let me know your thoughts. Should Calais Campbell be enshrined in Canton? Once he's eligible, whether it's first ballot or on a later ballot. Let me know in the comments. Also, let me know if there's a player you'd like me to do. I have all these Is He a Hall of Famer in a playlist, so you could check them all out. But don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.